You are rather unique. From the patterns of your fingerprints to the complexity that's encoded in your DNA's double helix, your individuality is woven into the fabric of your personality. So study yourself and embrace all the details that make you unique. Find out what makes you tick. Explore the inner workings of what drives you. Embody the desires that make you obliged to thrive. Identify the activities and elements that lead you into a state of flow. This is one of the keys to uncovering your purpose. But it lies waiting until you cultivate it. Keep boiling it down until you define control over your inner experience. What if instead of trying to hit the bullseye from long distance, you can paint a circle around the arrow and hit the bullseye every time? Shift the focus from aiming at success to being dedicated to the process. Forge a new path and purpose that's greater than oneself. You're about to uncover a profound energy. You can feel it. Buddha said, "What we are today comes from our thoughts of yesterday, and our present thoughts build our life of tomorrow." Our life is the creation of our mind. So if you're lost in life, your mind has the ability to find yourself. Start shifting paradigms. Einstein said we can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. People who prioritize personal growth make things happen, but here's the punchline. The personal growth never stops. You start to realize the growth is the reward in itself. The best and most memorable moments in life occur when a person's body or mind is stretched to its limits in an effort to accomplish something worthwhile. David Goggins calls it the callousing of the mind. So take the journey where purpose and positivity meet realism and resilience, and use the fire inside of you to your advantage. Never forget who you are. Stay fresh and keep feeding the savagery, my friends. Ever since I was a young boy, I felt compelled to rebel instead of conform. I was drawn to the extraordinary. I thought about this as I complied with the average existence in society, knowing that in the back of my mind I wanted nothing to do with it. That regular 9-to-5 party on the weekends BS. Then something hit me urgently in my 30s. Massive regret. I wasted too much time. I could have done better. My life was unsettled and I was unsatisfied. I had done some great things, but the mountain of mistakes I had made seemed ridiculous. I was full of regret, and the world was buzzing with so many questions. As many of us do, I pondered that profound question: what am I put on this earth to do? What was once exciting turned into misery and monotony. Amidst the humdrum existence, I dared to question whether life was a collection of pleasures and entertainments or an opportunity to make an impact. As the recent decade passed by, like the blurry memory of a drunken escapade, I was at a fork in the road. One route said existential crisis and the other route was self-actualization. With introspection as my compass, or shall we say GPS, I ambitiously chose the latter. I embarked on a journey of sorts to uncover a more purposeful life. Accomplishment was always the greater reward. I realized most of us are only living a fraction of our potential. Fueled by this notion, I threw hesitation out the window, replacing it with a combination of action and meditation. I began to seek more knowledge with the intent to create. In this moment of self-discovery, I chose not to be a passive spectator, but a dynamic force shaping my destiny regardless of the pain and difficulties. I also realized I'm better off stressed than bored. I'm better off striving than being complacent, and better off thriving instead of coping. One of the books I read around this time was The Icarus Deception by Seth Godin, and I want to share a quote. "We are all artists now. How long are you gonna wait? They told you to get your resume in order, to punch your ticket and to fit in, and follow instructions. They told you to swallow your pride, not to follow your dream. They promised trinkets and prizes and possibly riches, if you would just suck it up and be part of the system. If you would merely do what you were told and conform. They sold you debt and self-storage and reality TV shows. They sold your daughters and sons too, all in exchange for what would happen later when it was your turn. It is your turn." Soon I realized one of the reasons I had been self-medicating. I was attempting to make the slavery feel groovy because I wasn't living my purpose. Seth Godin often talks about the linchpin. A linchpin is someone who can walk into chaos and create order, someone who can invent, connect, create, and make things happen. Don't intoxicate the linchpin inside of you. Don't distract it either. You have to feed that linchpin the right elements to unleash it. The question isn't about existence. It's about the extraordinary legacy you choose to craft. So as you navigate your own story, remember the power lies within you. You will surprise yourself, make an impact, and live beyond the ordinary. Picture this. You find yourself standing in the movie of life, scratching your head and asking, what's my purpose here? Are you just the extra in a blockbuster flick? Or are you the star of the film or the producer? What if life is like a video game with one man? Some people are okay being the non-player character in the game, and some play to win. Those playing to the fullest are compelled to get to the next level, to make a splash, a statement, or put a dent in the universe, or at best be part of something greater. Or maybe you're sitting on the fence about to go through a transformation. Instead of over-contemplating your existence, start creating your masterpiece. Have a bias toward action and make corrections along the way. Accomplishment is the VIP pass of your potential. And guess what? Most of us are sitting on the sidelines being satisfied with a backstage pass. What is your intention? Whatever it is, we're not promised tomorrow, so don't focus on the future. Instead, understand your past will be created right now in the present moment. Life is short, my friends. Live immediately.